Hello, and welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's number one Mother-Son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, here once again with my mother, Karen Olin.
Hello, everybody.
Emergency pod today. It's September 22nd, midday on a Thursday. Late last night, we got some news. And it's been since our last pod, we've taken a little summer break. It's not been great for the Celtics. Lots of not so good stuff. So let's start with the breaking news still going on. By the time this is out, maybe there's more information and this is outdated. But Ime Udoka, head coach, is going to be suspended for having a relationship with a female staffer. Don't know much else. Don't know how this got leaked.
Shocked and chagrined. Shocked and chagrined. That's all
it's so bizarre.
What?
So we don't.
You're not married. He's not married.
He is married.
He could have had. No, he's not.
He is. Yes, he is.
He's not. Well, he's been engaged since 2015.
Okay.
He's been with her a long time.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, he's not married. Could have had an affair with anyone outside the organization and been just fine. Anyone outside the organization. Maybe some rumors, maybe some problems. He does have a child with her, but anyone outside the organization. I mean, it really, when you look at it in this political climate, he's having an affair with someone under him, like beneath him in the role of head coach of the Celtics. You cannot do that. Poor. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked.
Yep. So it's sounding like he's going to be gone for the year. I mean, this is going on Twitter as of right now. I have Twitter up next to us. I mean, there's now rumors he may resign.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back from it. I really don't think he's coming back from it. I think that when it comes out who it was, and God forbid it's a 20-year-old intern, that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Like a 20-year-old, somebody who's just rising up in the organization. Isn't this what's in the news? People of a higher power sleeping with someone below them. I said as soon as it came out, I told Dad, I don't think he'll be back. He told me, we were talking about last night, I don't think there's any way to come back from it. I don't. I think they look at themselves.
Yeah.
Brad Stevens has to be the squeakiest clean dude ever. And he's the general manager. I don't think he comes back.
Yeah.
And then you have, as a coach, you have all of these wealthy, egotistical players under you, trying to keep them to following the rules and not going out and spending all their money. And how do you look them in the eye when you've done something? And he's only been there 1 year. It's not even like he's built into the organization yet. Yeah.
Not good. I mean, we'll have to see as details come out, but it's not great.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I at this point it still sounds like they're gonna suspend him for the year and then come back and then try to just sneak him back in.
What's his contract?
It can't be huge. I mean, it's not like he was a
I mean number of years. Do you know? I don't know. I was trying to.
I mean, it doesn't matter really. I mean, if he's gone, he's gone. It's not like that would stop them. I mean, so it sounds like Joe Mazzulla may be elevated to head coach.
I don't know much about him.
Top assistant. Otherwise, tweet right here. Don't be surprised if Frank Vogel is considered for the Celtics bench. It's a long-standing relationship with Brad Stevens. He was former Lakers coach. It's just.
And it's kind of funny. There have to be people. There have to be people also in the organization. I mean, it either has to be really bad, like I said, huge age difference, huge position difference,
yes,
an embarrassment, or there are people in the organization that just don't like him And so they're making even more.
Correct. It's just odd that it leaked like this, and like it was so like before even a suspension happened. The way it's gone down is very strange. We still don't know, but we know that it we don't know what happened, but we know something. It's very odd.
I think it's gonna be embarrassing for some reason.
It has to be. It has to be, because
otherwise age.
Otherwise, it's really a non-issue.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a non-issue. I mean,
not
a non-issue, but not an issue. Like like this. Yeah. It's not a season-ending issue unless it's a real issue.
Yeah. My guess especially is age and hierarchy. Age and hierarchy.
It has to
huge.
Be.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It has to be.
And like I said, in this political climate, that's embarrassing. Like,
but even then, did it end poorly? Because I don't know. Yeah.
Did it? Yeah.
Not because otherwise.
Don't they always end poorly?
Yeah, well, of course. But
the 20-year-old intern never ends up marrying.
Oh, of course. Yeah, but unless something there's something missing, because otherwise you would assume this would get swept under the rug at almost all costs, unless there's something that can't be.
He's missing some brain cells is what's happening. Like what first year this big of a mistake?
It's not great.
Anybody,
it's such strange timing. Outside. Are they they're not even in training? Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just strange timing from for this
preseason. Week away. Preseason starts next week.
It's such strange timing.
Yeah.
Because
week next.
You think weekend. This would either come out end of last year or mid last year, or just
So it's not a recent. Are they saying summer? It's been going on?
Why would they they've been away from the organization all summer, right? Like they take vacation. This is when they go off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
maybe it didn't go off.
It didn't just start.
In Boston. Maybe that's
maybe he stayed in Boston, but again, then it must have started last year at least.
Yeah,
it didn't just start. It couldn't have just started. That makes no sense. It just started. It's already a disaster. This has been ongoing. It's the only main thing that makes sense.
And then why are they just finding out? So they're going to be interesting once it's all out there. It's
just not good.
My prediction: 20-something-year-old with a very minor position in the
social media manager. So Matt says.
Something. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. Something. Yeah. Something.
Yeah. Not good. I mean, it's just you found a coach that the players did a pretty good job, got to the finals. It's not going to be easy replacing him, a guy that Tatum likes and Brown likes and everyone
Nope.
It's
at this point
could become a bigger issue. Right before the season,
just so sad because I think it was yesterday, or I get the NBA.com emails and they were talking about I think they polled 6 of their staffers. I call them broadcast. I'm not even sure what the positions are. Just said their name.
Yeah.
And 4 of the top 3 they agree for the East: Bucks, Nets, and Celtics, and 4 out of the 6 had us number 1 over the other 2, and then the other 2 had a second. So sad.
We're right up there. I mean, hey, it's not a player. I mean, who knows what the impact will be?
It's not ideal.
There would be some. It's definitely not ideal, but it's not the worst. I mean, not worst case scenario yet. We'll see. We'll see how the season goes. We'll see. But I mean, NBA is a players' league, so maybe we could roll without Ime. Assistant knows the system, and let's hope for the best there. I think unless we get some more updates on that, we can move on to some other news.
Gallinari.
From this week. Oh, well, no. You're going to go to Gallinari?
Let's go back to Gallinari.
Okay.
I just have one comment on him. I know he's new. I was kind of looking forward. I like him as a player.
Me too.
I think he was a great addition. But I hate summer play. I don't think professionals with contracts should be allowed summer play. I don't, regardless of what their country is. They play how many months out of the year? Practice and all the way to the finals. I just don't think they should play in the summer, and especially as you get older and the chance of injury. If I'm the team owners and the NBA itself, I just, that's just my take on it. But
Chet Holmgren, the second
it.
overall pick too, out for the year, playing in some pro-am over the summer.
I think it's so foolish.
I have a feeling we might see some less of that in the coming years. They
play so much basketball. It should be about training and recovering and whatever. So that's my 2 cents on Gallinari. Again, I don't know. I think he would have been a good addition this year.
I would agree.
And then
not much else to say there.
Our broken down giraffe.
Rob Williams,
all the
surgery.
Time.
I don't think this is his fault. I don't think it's his fault either. I just think it's constant. It's like it's been a constant issue. It's the same injury.
Yeah.
I think he came back earlier than he should have.
Yes.
From his other surgery for the playoffs.
Which he should have. I'd agree with that. I think you kind of have to. You don't know in your career how many times you make it to the playoffs.
Exactly. Especially,
but
and then he's not like a medical guy, obviously. Like, I think they told him it's gonna heal, just take time off after the season. And now it hasn't healed, and they did their retests and their MRIs, and now they say you're gonna need another surgery. I think that's what happened. Like, that's
but I think they have to
I just think the doctors told him it was going to heal, and it didn't. And then they're a week away from training camp. So he came back in and he's like, my knee is still not good. And they were like, we need, let's retest. And this is what came out. Like, that's, and what else that's what makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. I just think also, I don't know, how he plays is such a detriment to his body. The amount that, like, I love how quick, and I'm
constantly jumping,
but just leaping falling on the floor at that size, you just can't fall on the floor that much,
After
and I do love
high.
his intensity. But I just think that at his size, there's got to be a better way to keep yourself, a little bit healthier. That's all. But anyway, that's a loss too. So hopefully it is short term. Just the beginning of the season, but who do we have besides Al at this point for?
We have to sign another big. Gallinari's out too. It's like
we don't have anybody.
I saw we don't have interest in like veteran bigs. Like, we don't want like Dwight Howard or.
Well, I think we might have to now.
Guys, so. But I saw that like today, like after this came out, that we didn't want. So I don't know. Could be Cornette's time. Could be a Luke Cornette start.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Luke.
We still have him.
He had some highlights there a little bit.
I would still like to sign I just don't think he's just in case.
Physically strong enough.
We haven't filled the Gallinari roster spot yet, I don't think. So we have like.
So he's off the roster? Is his contract?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the technical details, but you can basically replace him if he's out for the year. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good news.
Yeah, so we'll get. I assume we'll get somebody, but it's interesting.
I love Al, but I don't think
he's just too old. Yeah, you can't
pull the weight.
Well, a lot of this is like, I mean, when you get to the point that hopefully, I hope we're at now, where you're expecting to contend in, May, June. A lot of it's just getting healthy before May, June. So like, you don't want Al playing 1,000 minutes in the regular season. Even if it means you drop some games in the regular season, because that's not really what you're playing for.
I agree.
So just for the sake of, I don't really care who it is, just for the sake of not having him, and even like a Tatum, like
he will have
not playing 1,000 minutes
limit. I think, don't you? He has to have a minute.
I hope so.
We want him in the in the playoffs, and he's just getting up there.
Yeah,
he was good last year.
I don't want Tatum playing as many minutes last year. He had the most minutes in the league by far by the end of the year.
Me both, brother. You're preaching to the choir. Let me just take him out. Too many minutes. He needs to sit down. And desperate minutes. Like, I don't know. Let's not get there again.
Yep.
But yeah, a few blows, but you know what? We kind of like it when we're a little bit of the underdogs.
Yeah,
and we have
exactly.
to prove ourselves.
We're a little too high.
Yeah. Now we got a few blows.
A little too high. Again, I just hope this Ime thing doesn't lead to players pouting and Tatum's upset. He liked Ime, and man,
yeah,
that's all that I'm worried about. I mean,
or
if the players show up,
and the players some of them didn't like him, and this is they're digging this up now, because if you all loved Ime, I mean, that's why I say this has to be pretty bad.
Yes, that's the strange
part. Up.
Exactly. How did it leak like this? Who leaked this?
Yeah. And who is it? Like, what is
and what happened? Yeah, like
the scenario.
Still, yes.
It's either really bad or there's a lot of people that don't like him. So we'll find out.
Yes, in the next, agree. And it has to be the latter. I mean, everything up to literally like midnight last night was like Ime's great. He turned the ship around. Like, all the players.
So I wonder if somebody came back and filed a lawsuit against him. I'm hoping that's not the case. Like somebody.
I mean, something
internish or something. Yeah. So that I think would be worst case scenario, because again, I don't know how you come back from that. You just don't come back from that. So
I mean, like all the reports emphasized it was consensual, which is like, I guess that's pretty big, at least.
I think it kind of is consensual, right? I mean, consensual is not rape. You didn't rape somebody, but
he wasn't Bill Clinton around or anything,
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying is that.
But it's odd that they would emphasize like consensual in the first. They won't say what happened, but they emphasize it is consensual. It's like a weird people were
quote intimate. Consensual.
With a female staffer. Wasn't a guy.
Very specific quotes around that.
Yes. So I saw someone on Twitter was theorizing because Woj was the first to break it, but he didn't say anything about the relationship. He said like he's facing a suspension for like conduct, like.
Well, don't you think someone had to? This is not. I think the way that it's come out, it's slowly being released PR wise, don't you? Just the way he said it. This is not like
but this is what's weird. So Woj is the first one.
Yeah.
With I'll get the exact tweet up. Got it right here. First tweet about this. ESPN sources: Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka is facing possible disciplinary action, including a significant suspension for an unspecified violation of organizational guidelines. Discussions are ongoing with the Celtics on a final determination. That was the first.
But that's not like a sneaky leak. That's like verbiage, right? That sounds like the organization released that to him. That's my take on it. Like that's
so then you have Shams, the other big reporter. His first tweet about this was the one that broke that it was a relationship, and he says,
does his say consensual?
Yes.
Intimate. Says, that's verbiage. I think
his says Ime Udoka had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female member of the team staff. Sources tell me and some other guy. So what someone were theorizing is maybe Shams was tipped off by Ime himself or Ime's camp, seeing as just the way it says consensual relationship with a female team staff. It sounds like he maybe was trying to get ahead of that and say this is how we should frame it. But the Woj one, who knows how that got leaked? Because it can't be the team. The team would have tried to keep this quiet until they had a suspension or the final verdict. So it wasn't the team.
I think they might have known. They might have known that he was going to say something, right? That Ime might have released something. So they, of course, want to.
But again, that still sounds better for them. But the way that's not the I don't think that's the way they would have. They wouldn't have wanted it so ambiguous.
Yeah.
They would have wanted the final verdict. Ime is suspended for a year for violation of team conduct. Boom. Like they would have wanted to have it come out.
I don't know.
After
I think
they're
having an argument. I think there's an argument. You make it to the finals, right?
Yeah.
Like it's big. This hurts the team. Who are you gonna find that's gonna step into this position and probably, be seamless? Nobody. I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think there's an argument going on right now about how long. Because think of it, half a season, then he's still back the second half. That's, But again, I think it's all about all the information coming out. How bad is it?
It just can't be good.
Yeah,
it can't be good.
But, like I said, I think every organization at this point has a very strong policy on that whole thing, right? The coach can't be sleeping with cheerleaders. You just can't have that. It's like can't be sleeping with younger girls in the staff. Yes. You just can't. Not in this political climate. So it'll be interesting. No, anybody in the whole world but the Celtics staff. That's the thing that gets me. You can pick from anyone of age. Yeah, it's so painful. It's such a dropped ball in his court, in his like
it
on
is
his
foolish.
Part. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So
yeah. Well, that's it.
We'll see. I'm excited to find out.
It's unfolding as we speak. As soon as we post this, we'll have more info probably.
Sad and disgusted. I couldn't even wear Celtics attire today. I had to boycott.
A dark day.
Yeah. So looking forward to finding out more details.
Yes.
And then depending on the details, maybe we'll do a quick podcast on the details.
Yeah, I guess we're back. It's coming.
Postseason.
Yeah,
I mean preseason.
Preseason.
The
coming
second.
Up.
First. Yep. The second. October 2nd.
We're a little early than we expected, but we're back under grim circumstances.
Yes, very grim.
It's full circle. We started this podcast under grim circumstances and turned it around once. We can do it again.
Yes. So best case scenario, not as big of a story, and a few months or part of the season. Worst case,
it's just getting worse.
I think if it's bad, I think it's more than a year. If it's bad, I think he was on.
I think it's going to be a year. A lot of these reports seem to be pretty good that a year is.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll give a year, but I'm not sure he ever comes back from it. Like, it'll be.
I mean, if we struggle, he's coming back. If we struggle, I guarantee he's back.
We'll see.
Not good.
All right.
Well, this has been Shamrock Talk. We are back. You'll be hearing from us again soon. Follow us on all social medias at Shamrock Talk Pod on Twitter, Shamrock Talk on Instagram. I'm gonna make a TikTok this year. Going on that. YouTube, Shamrock Talk, Facebook, Shamrock Talk, worldwide, international, and all climates.
We had like 7 listeners on Facebook recently. I don't know how that happened.
7.
I have been promoting it.
Yeah, just me. I don't know.
I will this year.
Don't use your microphone. Don't.
It's a prop.
Fake microphone.
It works. I just
boy.
Get in. Sorry. I'll use it next podcast. This was like a rush.
Yes, this is you're off the hook for an emergency pod.
This was a rush.
Off the hook for the emergency pod.
Yeah, it's funny because just before you texted me, I was searching info, searching, and all I could find was quotes.
Twitter's slowly coming
intimate.
out.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. They say by today, you could know about the.
It sounds like it's going to come down
action
today.
Yeah,
it sounds like it's all.
They said as early as Thursday. So.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting as the details unfold.
That's it. We'll see you maybe who knows when we'll see you. I mean, maybe maybe Jaylen Brown will be in an OJ chase or something. Who knows?
No. Everything else. This is it. This is the last bit of preseason bad news.
I hope so.
No more. Hope so. I can't take any more. All right. Signing off.
All right. See ya.
Bye.